I read the book. It's phenomenal.
Oh, thank you.
It's beyond categorization, so it's not a run-of-the-mill cat book. It's also part memoir, part cat behavior tips and tricks and all that. And I was just floored because it was different than any cat book, and it's brutal and honest. It is so honest. How did you dig within? And it must have been difficult to write and come up with all of these demons and how you battled them.
You know, the thing was that, I mean, and honestly, I had no desire to write about me, like about all that stuff. And I am actually, and this is going to sound ridiculous, I am actually pretty freaking private, and I don't like putting stuff out there like that. But the way I keep thinking of it is like writing his demons without my demons is like, creating a body with half a rib cage. It's the same thing, and it's I had to, right? So, but the cool thing was my collaborator Joel. Most of the time, I just did all the writing, and he would then puzzle it together, But he would hit stuff, and he would say, "Dude, you got to dive back in, this." When you say, well, the first week we were introduced to this and this in the shelter, and then we started killing animals, and then, no.
I had to inject them. And
go in. Yeah.
That was, I almost skipped that part because I know myself that I would never be able to do that.
Yeah. It's one of the hardest things I've ever had to put out there, only because I felt like I was betraying. I still haven't talked to the people, and I'm going to Boulder the next couple days. We'll see. I mean, I don't know how it's going to be received, and it wasn't like I was trying to do an expose or anything. It was just, it's my journey. So, but yeah, I mean, Joel was really on point with keeping me like, no, something happened here that you're, so the exploration part.
So is he a psychiatrist?
Huh?
Is he a psychiatrist
He's married
as well?
to one. He's married to one. Yeah, he actually, he has that in him. He was great because I was so resistant to having someone write with me because I was very egomaniacal and said, I'm a writer. I've been a writer my whole life.
It's beautifully written.
Well, thank you.
I must say that, I was actually surprised. It's like, is there anything he can't do?
Yeah. Well, what I can't do is, thank you, but what I can't do is string it together in 300 pages. I have like the attention span of a gnat. And that's what he would do, is he just, the way I said it in the acknowledgments, is he put the skeleton out there for me to drape skin over. He was just brilliant at it, so.
I'm going to lunch then.
Super. It seems like there's a lot of buzz about this book, and maybe it's just because I'm immersed in the cat community, but everybody's talking about it. How long until it's on the New York Times bestseller list?
How what?
How long before it's on the New York Times bestseller list?
We came really damn close. But between the fact that we got released on a weird day, we got released on a Thursday as opposed to a Tuesday, which pretty much killed it. But we missed it, I think this week we missed it by a couple hundred books, the extended list. So the way it's been building, just the stops that we've made, the way the buzz is building has been pretty remarkable. And I think it's going to continue. I mean, it feels like it's giving people an excuse. Like I said before, it's giving cat people an excuse to come out. And it's not just come out, but it's also like, when we talk about the difference between dog and cat, dog people go to the dog park, they have play dates, they compare leashes and collars and things like that. Cat people, because of the very nature of it, so when people can get together and celebrate it a little bit, and this is an excuse.
Yeah, I get together with cat ladies periodically that I have met or have only met online, and it's like our play date. And we bring our cats, but
exactly. The only thing. Oh, I love the softballs. I didn't even notice that. I think that this is what this is. This is what the show is. It's like we can just start celebrating a little bit, and not be considered other.
Have you started filming season 3 yet?
Yeah,
What's in store? There were some great episodes this year. We sit back and go, oh, that couple isn't going to make it.
We're in a whole new world now because we're filming 10 episodes, so that's 20 cases. We're in the middle of it right now. It premieres June 30th, and there's some already. There's some. I'll give you one. Right now, I'm dealing with one who it's the first foray that I've taken publicly into post-traumatic stress disorder and actually counter conditioning the effects of. And that to me is really exciting because it's one of those things where, believe it or not, the first documented case of PTSD in animals was only a couple of years, like 2-3 years ago. Like a bomb sniffing dog from that was in Afghanistan comes back with total symptoms of PTSD. But you work in an animal shelter for 3 months and you're going to see it like you've never seen it before, And I tell the story about how, they would do what's called the Jackson test in the shelter, where you'd have a scared dog or cat, and they would just have me come in, the hat on, the beard, stomping in, being kind of loud like this, and the dogs would run around in circles, piss themselves, do all kinds of things. And to say that these guys don't have post-traumatic stress is, so I love, again, we're able to bring that one to light, so I'm really happy.
Great, look forward to it. As you've been on your book tour, what are the highlights so far?
So far, it's just a freaking turnout. The vibe in these places has been like tonight. Like tonight, it was more like the awe crowd. Last night, it was just like raucous laughing. It's been familial every place we've been. There has been just a vibe of family every place we've been. Just an incredible togetherness. Like this is amazing. You know that I'm operating on about an hour and a half of sleep every day. And like I don't even care because it's just when I'll care in about 20 minutes. But like right now, it just feels like this incredible bonding, And I'm so psyched tomorrow to go back to SFSBCA. Last time I was there, we did like a weekend event, adopted 90 animals out. It's just. This is what I've always wanted to do. So it's just incredible.
People love you. I mean, we talk on the blog, we talk on Facebook or whatever, and everybody said they feel like you're their best friend, and it's like I love that guy.
I hope so. I mean, I definitely. The only thing that I was scared. I'll tell you the truth. I was scared shitless about this book. I mean, I just was afraid of alienating. I was afraid of. There's so many people that I don't want to let down, and so far we've been all right,
The response to season 2 was phenomenal.
It was, and honestly, the bloggers, because we were getting no love from the network in terms of promotion. The bloggers, I thought, put us over the top. I mean, there was a viral response that was amazing. And I think season 3 is here because of that. And I think that now hopefully we're pushed over the top. I mean, I just did an event with Discovery. We're like the #1 show on Saturday nights for these guys, and by a long shot. And that's pretty amazing. That a cat show would do that. 2 years ago, they were like, they didn't even know what to do with us. They had no idea when to put us on, or they were scared. And this is a huge moment for us. I mean, not because of me, but it's because of the fact that cats are marketable. All of a sudden, there's the knowledge that cat people spend money. That's huge, in terms of the domino effect, catering to us a little bit more. It's still so pathetic. I was in Target the other day and I took a picture of the cat aisle, which was this. This was cat.
And the dog aisle is
2 rows of dog, and this is cat.
Yeah, online there's a lot of resentment among the cat people and the attention that there's dogs. Do you know yet what part of the book has resonated the most with readers?
I actually got a letter from a guy the other day who said that he's a long-time clean, recovering addict, 19 years clean, who, one of my drugs of choice was Klonopin, and he said that he was prescribed it 3 months ago and didn't even realize that he had relapsed until he read the book. And that was strong medicine for me.
Wow.
And
Which of the entire line, and you have gazillions of different formulations of the cat products, which one is the most popular?
Well, Stress Stopper is by far, I mean, because I recommend Stress Stopper as a companion to just about everything. But the one that I use the most with rescue animals, dog or cat, is trauma free. And trauma free is exactly working with symptoms of PTSD, trying to sort of unpeel the onion, get back to who they are. But you use that with Stress Stopper because while that onion's being peeled off, it's a storm. You know, you have what we call reactivation. Those symptoms come back harder than they've ever come before. So to keep them grounded during that process. But the only other thing is the Ultimate Peacemaker set is the biggest seller by far. And that's a 3-formula set, and that one outsells every single formula we have. So that has Bully Remedy, Self-Esteem, which is for the victim, and Stress Stopper. And those three seem to be helping.
Yeah, they're just amazing.
Peacemaker was the third, sorry.
I just have one comment from my formerly feral cat, Tripper, who the last time that I talked to you, and you said, hunt, catch, kill, eat.
Yes.
So we've been feeding him more hamburger, raw chicken as treats, and he is like loving that, so he wanted to say thank you.
Right on, see?
So weight gain is our next problem with him.
What is?
Weight gain.
How could it be?
Well,
if you're feeding them meat, man, then there's
we need to take away some of the other food.
There you go, exactly.
It's the free feeding, I think, that.
There you go. That's exactly right.
And we exercise him, so.
Cool.
Well, thank you very much.
You're totally
Have a great
welcome.
evening.
It was great to see you.
you again.